Now, again, the Google search term today is Steal Nevada, S-T-E-L, S-T-E-A-L, S-T-E-A-L, Nevada, and the alternate search is Reid Steal Nevada. Did Harry Reid steal Nevada? 5-point margin of victory, highly suspicious given pre-election polls showing Engel ahead, combined with reports of vote flipping on machines controlled by Reid's son and serviced by corrupt pro-Reid union. And remember, Sharon Engel was against eugenics and fluoride in the water. See, these candidates aren't perfect, but if they know you're a real person, they go after you. A serious investigation into potential vote fraud needs to be launched immediately in Nevada after incumbent Harry Reid beat Tea Party candidate Sharon Engel by a clear 5 points, despite pre-election polls showing Engel 4 points ahead amid evidence of vote flipping and other dirty tricks on behalf of the Reid campaign last week that were dubbed criminal by Engel's campaign attorney. She said in the headline, Reid is going to steal this election. Engel clearly had the momentum going into the election, having come from behind to take the lead over the Senate Majority Leader. 4 separate Rasmussen polls, which are highly respected, prior to the election, had Engel ahead. 2 weeks before Super Tuesday, she held a 50% to 47% lead over Reid. 1 week prior to voting, on October 26, her lead was extended to 4 points, with Engel at 49 and Reid at 45. The race was tight, but surveys clearly showed that Engel was generally and gradually extending her lead as each week went by. To have a 9-point swing from Engel enjoying a 4-point lead just a week before the election to Reid winning the seat by a clear 5 points is highly suspicious, especially given the chicanery, there's that word again, that came to light just last week. 9 points is not within the margin of error for polls, especially those conducted by Rasmussen. Yeah, he's down by 4, he wins by 5, that's 9, which is considered to be one of the most, if not most credible polling agency out there. When early voting started last week, reports out of Clark County, home to 3/4 of Nevada's residents, that's where the main city of Las Vegas is, indicated that electronic voting machines were automatically checking Harry Reid's name on the ballot. That was all over mainstream news. Thousands of people reported it. The technicians that serviced those electronic voting machines were the pro-Reid SEIU, the folks always caught beating people up, the International Service Employees International Union, the same corrupt union that was behind thousands of bogus voter registration forms across the nation. The SEIU spent $44 million during the election cycle, nearly all of which went to Democrats. It continues. White House political director Patrick Gaspard is formerly the SEIU's top lobbyist, and former SEIU President Andy Stern was the most frequent visitor to the White House last year, adds the Gateway pundit. Furthermore, the county commissioner for Clark County is none other than Harry Reid's son, Rory, and he runs the election. Got the union, got his son. In response to the allegations, as well as Reid's offer of free food and gift cards for people who voted, a move some slammed as bribery, yet violates election laws, Engel campaign attorney Cleta Mitchell wrote in a fundraising letter that Reid intended to, quote, steal this election if he can't win it outright. As a result, quote, we need to deploy literally dozens of election law attorneys and poll watchers to combat these tactics at a cost of nearly $80,000, wrote Mitchell. That's over and above our current budget. We need to raise $80,000. We need to do it right now. This was 2 weeks ago. Because even at the time of me writing this, Harry Reid and his machine are trying to steal this election, adding that the Reid campaign was engaged in, quote, dirty tricks and criminal tactics. Now, where is Sharon Engel today? In fact, I checked this morning. It wasn't there. Can somebody search Sharon Engel challenges election results? Will you search that right now for me? Because I don't want to attack her and say she's laying down if it isn't true. You need to call Sharon Engel's office and say, look, we gave you money, we supported you, and now it looks like there's clear fraud, and we know there's conflict of interest. What are you doing? You've got to stand up for the election process. And again, I did this back when Democrats were being cheated. In 2000, 2004. Facts are facts, ladies and gentlemen. When the powerful are threatened, they will do anything to retain their position, concluded Mitchell in the letter. Where there's smoke, there's fire. We have evidence of voting tampering before the election, and lo and behold, establishment candidate Reid manages to pull a 9-point turnout turnaround to save his seat using the electronic voting machines controlled by his own son and serviced by the corrupt union members loyal to him who've been caught out there with all this fake voter registration. There clearly needs to be an urgent and thorough investigation in a Nevada vote to maintain the integrity of the entire election process. The Angle campaign should immediately push for a full criminal investigation into potential vote fraud on behalf of Reid and his cronies. We'll be right back with more of your calls, some other key election news. I'll recap. Stay with us, Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.tv. Stay with us.